Today's Albion Online video is purely speculation and is not anything the devs are planning. This is just me and some fun ideas. Here's how I came up with this idea for the Tier 9 Void Zone, alright? All these Black Zone players, all these guild players, they're like, so Benji, go to the Black Zone, you're timid, you're afraid of the full loot. The reality is that these Black Zone players in these guilds, they have the safest gameplay possible. Look, when you're by yourself in a yellow zone, you can still get ganked and get a repair bill, right? When you're by yourself fame farming in the depths, you get absolutely steamrolled by groups of 3 while you're fame farming. It happens. Now, these guilds, they try to push their agenda on everyone. Oh, go in the Black Zone, go in the Black Zone. The majority of these people that play in the Black Zone, they have guild protection, they have hideouts, they have castles, they have all these things protecting them. They have Discord gank groups patrolling the zones they're in. They have the easiest, safest, most cushiest time in the freaking game, right? And they're calling me the timid one. They're calling me, oh, you're such a coward, Soul Benji. Go to Black Zone. This game is full of PvP. Well, I'm going to introduce to you Tier 9, the Void Zone, all right? How would it work? And this would truly put fear in these Black Zone players. This would truly make Albion Online the hardcore PvP experience that all of these guild twerps, preach about and harp on all the time. So let's get to it again. This is just a for funsies what if video. Pure speculation, no way actual patch notes or balance changes. It's just a for fun what if video, okay? Void Zone rules. Number 1, you can only enter with 8.4 gear. That's right. If you want to do the Void Zone, if you and your whole guild wants to be in the Void Zone, there is an IP cap, not cap, but an IP barrier of entry of 8.4 gear. If you don't have 8.4 or 8.3 Masterpiece gear, the game will not even let you zone in. That means maximum risk for maximum reward. That's what I hear every day from these guild twerps. You gotta risk it for the reward. Well, how about a zone where the risk is at the absolute highest possible for the highest possible reward? They'll never make this zone because no one would really play it. The risk would be too great. Even for all these people that have billions of silver and they claim that, risk versus reward, bro. Yeah, right. Who would step into the Void Zone? I don't know a single person that would. Anyway, number 2, if you die in the Void Zone, you cannot re-enter the Void Zone with that character for the rest of the guild season. This means death has a punishment. Dying in the Void Zone is bad. Alright, credit card warriors can't come back. Entire super rich trillionaire guilds can't just, wave their hand and use their monetary funds to take over the whole zone and be guild number 1 champions. It would take actual skilled players with actual coordination to make, something in the guild happen. A lot of people, a lot of guild slaves will die so that, the top people of the guild, get rich. And it would be an extreme risk, and these guilds would have to fund these players and fund alt accounts and alt characters for sure. They would do it. But anyway, let's move on to number 3. Your gear decays over time if not repaired with specific zone resources. That's right. You step into the Void Zone, it's got a timer. Sort of how, like, when you overcharge in 15 minutes, it might break and it might not. Well, in the Void Zone, you get, like, maybe 15 hours or something. I don't know. The numbers can be played with, but your gear... Oh, gear is a resource. They always tell me this. Soul Benji, gear is just a resource. You shouldn't expect to keep it forever. Okay, go into the Void Zone with your 8.4 then, rich boy. Let's see it. Let's see it do that. Number 4. In order to refine Tier 9 resources, you have to slay a world boss to use their crafting station. So, in this case, you wouldn't just, I'm going to go farm Tier 9 resources and go back to the safe zones, and now I have really good gear. No. You and your entire guild, your guild full of gatherers and stuff, have to actually go fight a world boss, beat it, and then refine it then and there before they respawn or whatever. Number 5, no NPC mobs in the Void Zone. Only AI-controlled clones of actual players. This means you're not fighting, some Morgana mob that is easily predictable and has an AoE circle on the ground. No, you're going to fight 8.4 AI-controlled, basically players. They're like, everything is a PvP match, and they're going to be there in their little camps and whatever. And yeah, they're still going to be AI, so you could probably like kite them around or whatever, but it means that you can't solo anything, for one. I mean, you're in a clan, you're in a guild. Oh, no, it's an MMO, don't play solo. They always tell me that. Yeah, you can't play solo. Yeah, now you really can't play solo. If you don't go out with a tank, a healer, someone to dispel, someone to purge, and then you run into some of these NPC mob void clones, we're going to call them void clones, you're toast. See you later. See you next season. Go make another character. Number 6, ZVZs are limited to 20 versus 20. No more guilds with Zerg overpowering, like, oh, I have 150 people and you only have 30. I guess you lose. Nope. Battles are hard limited to 20 versus 20. This is the same as Crystal League, so I hope you practiced. I hope you have a good team. All right. There is no AoE escalation, so no. Oh, look at our, no bomb comps, no bomb squads. You just have to, it's pure brawl comp, it's pure kite comp. That's all you get. No markets and no storage in the void zones. You have to carry everything with you, your tools, your gear, your swaps. None of this, I have, my guildmaster has everything or whatever. But, there's got to be some storage. Some kind of storage. We'll figure that out because there's another thing that I come up with that requires storage, so I don't know about storage, but no markets for sure. Hideouts are open PvP zones. So, you know how guilds, they run away to their hideout and they're safe. Oh, I'm in my hideout, you can't hit me. Nope. Enemies can follow you into your hideout and kill you. So, there is no running away. It's live and die. Alright? Like, if someone's trying to kill you in real life and you run into your house, they'll just kick down your door and kill you. Alright? And in this case, maybe make the enemy player have to break down a door before they get to you in the hideout or something. But yeah, you can't just run to your hideout and log out or anything stupid, okay? Number 10, mounts and battle mounts they wither and die quickly. Battle mounts especially, the void eats them, okay? So no command mammoth cheese, no having a million chariots and all that crap, okay? And mounts, regular mounts, none of this, I'm going to run my bomb squad in the middle of your brawl comp. You're going to dismount us, and we're going to immediately blow you up. None of that, okay? Mounts, yeah, you can ride around in the Void Zone with a mount, but they will permanently break. They have, it's like overcharge, but for your mount. Number 11, the Void Fog. No off-screen nameplates. No guild symbols or icons. So, the main tank can't put a skull icon and be like, focus the skull. No, no, no. And no nameplates either. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe nameplates. Maybe they're all Void Stranger or something. You got to make it hard for the guilds to be like, oh, focus down Swole Benji. He's their Hellfire Gauntlet DPS. Kill him first. Number 12, an obscured minimap. You can't just look at you can't ping the minimap and be like, go here, guys, go here. It's the Void. You don't know where the hell you are. Number 13. The Void Scar. When you enter the Void Zone, you have a minus 5% maximum HP and minus 10% generated daily focus until you either die in the Void Zone or the season ends. So if you decide, I'm going to leave the Void Zone, this is too hardcore for us, we got ours, well, you're going to live the rest of the season with this debuff, okay? And if you want to get rid of it, go put on 8.4 and go die, all right? Or wait until the season ends. And if you have hand-holding or inaction, the NPC Void clones will gank and trash your hideout, all right? The game would have to have a way to detect this, so no, like if you're in a guild, or just have no alliances or something, right? Anyway, Void Contagion. Gear and items have to be cleansed once you leave the Void Zone, or they will break, like how Overcharge works, okay? So yeah, you enter the Void with your 8.4 and then you leave. Well, it's still gonna break. You gotta pay, but hey, you can cleanse it in the Royals. You can go cleanse it. It's just gonna cost you a bunch of money. So none of this, oh, I'm a streamer and I'm gonna go into the Void Zone and look around and then leave. Hee hee hee. None of that stuff. No in and outs. You go in, you pay the toll, Buster. Number 16. The only way out is unstable portals. You can't just leave and go to the Royals. Oh, I'm gonna go back to Bridgewatch. See you guys. Hey, no, you and your entire guild are gonna be split apart. None of this. Oh, we're gonna use our entire guild's muscle to transport a bunch of boars back to the Royals and make a huge profit. No. When you and your guild have to leave the Void Zone at towards the end of the season or whatever, for whatever reason, you and your guild are split apart. You have to go back solo. This means Black Zone gankers, yeah, they're gonna be hunting you down. All right, and you could have a void icon on the minimap and a chat channel alert. Hey, someone from the void has entered the zone, and then you open your map, you open your minimap, and then there he is. He's in the corner, and then like all the Black Zone gankers swarm you and kill you. It's not going to be easy to get those tier 9 resources back to the Royals. No. Betrayer Mechanic. Anyone in the guild can loot their guild's hideout stuff without restriction. Okay? There's still a log of who took stuff, but there is no preventing your guild members from stealing things. So if you have, and again, I argued earlier, no storage, but in this case, yeah, there's storage. I like this idea better because it's more drama. You can have storage in your hideout, sure, but your guildies can just decide to take it. They can just decide to yoink it. There is no way to prevent them through, managing your chests or permissions. Everyone can take the chest. You'll get to know who did it. The Heart of the Void. Crystals that power the bases, and if you smash the crystal, it deletes the hideout from within, okay? I know I said earlier, the enemy can follow you into your hideout and kill you. This is for your own guild. This is another betrayer mechanic, okay? You can only smash the Void Crystal by a guild betrayer, who will then get rewarded for doing so a 10% permanent fame buff to their character. All right, so you guild leaders, you're only going to be, you can't Zerg recruit anymore. You can't mass recruit. You can't have like 4 different chat channels. Oh, this is the Spanish channel. This is the Russian chat channel. Hey guys, just work it out. No. You're gonna do actual real recruiting for real people, and you're gonna have to trust those real people, not to throw all your mammoths away and claim a 10% permanent buff to their character. All right. So only real guilds with real circles of friends who really trust each other and don't treat their members like dog crap will ever be able to go into the Void Zone. Number 19. Temporal instability. Mobs, resources, they can spawn or despawn completely at random, even in the middle of gathering them or in the middle of a fight. So, you see a 9.4 node and it unlocks in 10 hours. And then you get there, like 30 minutes, before it spawns in. Oops, it teleported away. Oops. Where'd it go? I don't know. You could be right outside your hideout and suddenly an 8.4, 9.4 node spawns in and it's unshielded and you're like, whoa. And so you and your team start mining it and then it teleports away again and you're like, where'd it go? I don't know. So yeah, this is it's temporal instability, guys. Pretty fun mechanic. The Whisper. The Whisper, sounds and hallucinations that will make anyone jump at the game, like invis-ganker noises and dismounting and mount noises, and that noise you get in the mists when you dismount and someone's nearby, that red exclamation point pops up, that whomp noise. You'll be hearing that a bunch. You'll be like, what the hell? What the hell? Number 21, cognitive corruption. Fake loot drops that disappear later. Let's say your clan kills another clan and you're picking up all the 8.4 loot that they have and whatever else they have. Well, some of that was fake loot. It wasn't really there and it just disappears. And you're like, did it disappear or did someone steal it? Ooh, the loot logs. You can't rely on loot logs. I hate that. I hate loot logs. Loot logs are the worst thing in this game. Number 22, paranoia. Blobs on the minimap that aren't actually there Camera distortions. You're stuck zoomed in for 5 minutes. Uh-oh. You can't zoom out. You can't see what's going on. Not too bad. Oh, no. Oh, no, you're zoomed in again. Crap, damn it. Hey, guild leader, I can't see. Hey, I'm the main tank, and I'm stuck zoomed in. What do I do? I don't know. Figure it out. Void rage. You can't use potions. You can't use capes. Your capes don't work. You can't use your boots, armor, or helmet ability. You can still fight. But, yeah, you can't pop that gig pot when you get engaged. Whoopsie. Your character got too mad. Number 24, Void Lock. When you enter the Void, you're stuck in it for 24 hours. And I don't mean, oh, I'm stuck in the Void, time to log out and I'll play tomorrow. No, I mean 24 hours of actual play time, all right? Which is easily achievable within a guild season. Number 25, Void Echo. This is a cool one. Ghostly replays of kills and deaths that stain the area. Now, obviously, this would have to be reset every season, and it probably wouldn't be something SBI would ever be able to, actually do. But, imagine you're walking along and you're, mining a tree, or, you're, harvesting a tree, and suddenly 2 ghosts appear and they have a big fight and one of them dies, and you're like, oh, dude, someone died here. What the hell? Right? It'd be pretty neat. Little void echoes. All right, now, fun stuff, right? Fun stuff. Okay, number 1, Void Aura. You get a purple aura for the guild winners. I always see, the guild winners, they have these big fat flags, on their mounts, and these big old bear mount skins. That's cool. But you know what's cooler? A glowing aura. Just a glow around a character that would really shine when you're in town standing in a blob of people at the market. If someone has a purple glowing aura, you know that they're a badass. You know that they risked that 8.4 and that their guild actually did something besides handhold or just, RMT or whatever. Number 2, Void Mount. This is a fun one. I think this is a fun one. You get or you could, I don't know if you could breed these or what, but there's an invincible mount. It cannot be attacked or killed or crowd controlled or dismounted. However, you can only use this mount if you're naked and you have nothing in your inventory. So what this means is that you can just ride around and look at stuff in the black zone, in the red zone. It doesn't matter what zone, in any zone. Even the void zone, you can scout on your void mount. It's ethereal, it can't be attacked, it can't be crowd controlled, you can't lose it. Yeah, so that's cool. That would be a really cool thing in the game. It basically turns you into a cameraman, you'd be able to ride into a ZVZ and stuff, and no, you cannot dismount and loot anything with it, because as soon as you have something in your inventory, you can't use the mount anymore. And if you are not naked, you can't use the mount. Therefore, I guess all you could really do is dismount and execute someone, I suppose. So you'd have to make it where you can't execute people either. There you go. Number 3, the Tome of Enlightenment. This gives you a permanent +1 learning point extra earned each day. That's right. 1 +1 learning point. Why not? Void Cosmetic. This is a fun one. I like this one. It displays your item power above your name in blue and yellow zones. This is for all the 8.4 chads out there. This is for all the masterpiece wearers, the people that, want to show off their item power number without having someone having to inspect them, right? Whoever has the biggest number has the biggest EP, all right? Anyway, that's my video about the Tier 9 Void Zone, right? All these Black Zone PvPers, they think they're hot stuff, but bro, they'd be peeing in their pants and running towards the hills. And then the actual Void Zone participants would be like, you Black Zone crybabies, you're so timid. This is a full loot PvP game, right? You Black Zone kids. You little Black Zone enjoyer. Yeah. Oh, you play in the Black Zone? I play in the Void Zone. And then they, do the shush, and then they touch their jawline emote, whatever. Anyway, that's the video. What do you think about the Void Zone? What would you add? It's a little extreme, I know, but I think there'd be a few guilds that could make it work, maybe. Probably no content creators, and you'd have to make the rewards worth it, of course, and I think they would be, but maybe the death thing is a little too hard, or maybe the 8.4 gear of entry is a little too hard. but you can't have people running around in cheap sets. You gotta go Gucci, right? But yeah, I think all these streamers sitting on multiple billions, they'd kind of have to go there. They'd kind of have to form a trusting guild with no backstabbers, no betrayers, and go there for content. And I think there would, if this was a thing, if Albion made this a thing, it would be the #1 most hardest of hardcore PvP game. Okay, maybe #2. Tibia's pretty rough. Tibia is probably the roughest PvP game I've ever seen or played. But other than Tibia, I think it would be up there, and it would, like, people would actually start talking about Albion Online outside of Albion. You don't see people talk about this game in, like, MMO circles. They're like, oh, so how's Albion? Oh, it's pay to win. Oh, guild hand-holding, whatever. Zerg versus, Zerg, right? But you would have actual people tell actual stories about the game. Oh, did you hear about that game where, like, if you die in the zone, you can't play it for, like, 3 months? It's crazy, right? Oh, man, yeah, and your gear breaks all the time. And people would have stories to tell for the next 20, 30 years until the meteor crashes and kills us all. But yeah, that's the video. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. See you later. Mwah.